With me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Charlie LaForce. As the playoffs draw closer, here's what the East looks like. You take a look at the Nets, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise. And checking out Washington, 3 spots down. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Johnson. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And for Washington, we've got Sarr. Chris Middleton is out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's George. And it's Champagnie at small forward. So the Wizards will get the first possession. And Grant, for each of these teams, wins have been tough to come by lately.
No doubt. That creates a little bit of added pressure, too. So the last thing a struggling team wants to do is lose to an opponent in the same situation.
Sarr. That shot off. Some solid defense from Claxton. Outside Russell. Deflects the pass. Here's Poole. There's the drive. And he dunks it down.
I love seeing Poole carve his way inside. He's not just a shooter. He has the speed to put defenses in a bad spot.
And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
First free throw is good.
And Russell is a shoot-first kind of player, a combo guard who doesn't lack any confidence.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Poole outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal.
It's on Nick Claxton.
The D has to be more careful because Poole, look, he excels at drawing contact on the way up.
Washington shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw misses.
There's a reason you don't send Poole to the line. He virtually never misses. Led the league in field goal percentage one year.
Wilson's checked in for Brooklyn. Good on the second one. 1:03 left in the opening quarter. Outside Russell. Pass to Claxton. From the arc. And there's Russell on the assist by Claxton. Russell's got 5 points.
Oh, that's a silky 3-point shot from Russell. He can be consistent from out there.
Back to Poole. 35 seconds left in the first quarter here. To the paint. The shot that time not on target. Some solid defense from Claxton. Johnson passes to Wilson. Soft touch off the glass.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Poole against Russell. Poole outside. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and he could turn this into a 3-point play.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Wizards, Jordan.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Nets out in front, up 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. They've got Williams, and it's Lewis in at the point guard position. Here's Wilson. Pass to Lewis. Just 5 on the clock. They grab their own miss. Wilson passes to Lewis. Here's Wilson from downtown. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Here's Lewis, following the score by Washington. Williams passes to Sharp. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
For Brooklyn, Zaire Williams taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Washington will go for a different look here. Sarge checked in for Holmes. Champagny comes in for George. Middleton is checked in for Johnson. And it's Jordan Poole in for Smart. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Clowney. Johnson, he's checked in for Wilson. And Russell is subbed in for Lewis. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There's a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
Now here's Johnson. No made baskets yet. The putback controls the rebound and the putback.
And their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Pass to Sarr. And here's Poole. Poole's floating in for the slam. He's electric.
Okay, Poole, I see you hit the finish. He's not just a three-point shooter.
Here's Russell. And the layup is good. Russell's got 7 points. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. 1 second left. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, to say they're a long shot is actually too optimistic. Maybe a playing spot is possible if they win every game. But that's low odds, about the same as Kenny beating me in the game of free throws.
What? Oh, free throws. All we got to do is stay out there for 10 seconds, and I would make more free throws than you could ever make in 10 hours.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Brooklyn Nets.
Despite being the...
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One of the stories here, Jordan Poole. Man, is he getting it done today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shot within the flow of the offense.
Sarr out there with George. Then it's Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. Russell against Poole. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
And he drops the first. And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
Outside Johnson. Down low. Sarr pulls it in. Wizards trail by 5. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Pass to Russell. Got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Here's Sarr. Rejected by Claxton. And he gets it back. Russell up top, guarded by Poole. And Claxton gets it to go on the assist by Russell. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Poole against Russell. Oh, what an effort by Poole!
And this game has Poole's fingertips all over it. This man is dominating right now.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Claxton a screen on Poole. Here's Russell. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Brooklyn out in front, up by 5. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
It's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets as we get the 4th quarter going. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Johnson. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. Takes a step back. Here's Russell. Sinks the 15-footer.
When you talk about crafty players, you're talking about players like D'Angelo Russell who can find his spot.
Poole. Oh, Jordan Poole! Wow!
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
Williams finds Johnson. Johnson against Middleton. Clock at 6. Pulls up, high post. And again, it's Brooklyn.
Yeah, some guys just have a feel for how to score the ball. Russell is firmly in that group.
Poole with the ball. Claxton picks him up. Poole, the pass to Middleton. Here's Sarr. Over Williams. No good on the fadeaway.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
and they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And the Wizards call time here. They're down by 7. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, hey, we can win this game. Believe in yourselves, battle to the end. Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
Allie, thank you. Poole, the pass to George. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Not just a shooter, Poole can skillfully set up others as well.
Washington
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Fires the 3. He connects! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop it.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Pass to Champagny. Middleton outside. Now Poole. It's George on the wing. Off target with the 3. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up
2 for
5.
Brooklyn. D'Angelo Russell. 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Middleton from the outside, no good. So we see Brooklyn get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.